Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be joining us on this Friday. I'm assuming it's Friday everywhere, probably Thursday in North America. Lovely to have your company. We're coming to you live from Paris, live from the venue where next year the canoe slalom and kayak cross competition will be held at the 2024 Paris Olympics. My name's Ross Solly. Great to be with you. We have got a big day of action coming your way. We've got women's K1 semi-final and final. We've got men's C1 semi-final and final. It's a beautiful morning. Crisp. My goodness, it is crisp. The sun has only been up for about an hour, so I can tell you the early riders on the water this morning are going to be feeling the chill of the Paris water. It is, you can see the fog rising off the river flow there. It's going to be an interesting morning of racing, that's for sure. Yesterday we had the heats of the women's K1 and the men's C1. And there you can see 21 gates. You can just see them. If you squint, you can see them in the distance through the fog this morning. 21 gates, 6 upstream. And what a great opportunity for these athletes to get a chance to test out the Olympic course ahead of next year's Olympic Games. It is, of course, the World Cup final. That's the big ticket item here, with athletes competing for the overall honour of being the World Cup champion for 2023. Now, a couple of things different to what you might normally expect in a World Cup. We are following as close as possible the Olympic schedule here and the Olympic format. So that means today there'll be 24 paddlers who will be in the semi-final in both the men's and the women's race. It also means, folks, that this time 12 athletes will go through to the final. That is a change for Paris next year. We've added 2 extra athletes to the final. So today it won't be the top 10 we'll be watching. We'll be watching for the top 12 athletes to go through to the final, which we'll bring for you later on this morning or this afternoon, wherever you are around the world. Most of the big name athletes are here. A couple are missing. Ricarda Funk is missing. She has COVID again. I think that's about the 5th time that Ricarda. I know you're watching, Ricarda. We wish you a speedy recovery. Sorry you're not here, but I'm sure that you will enjoy the broadcast today. We're enjoying bringing it to you already, and we're underway in the semi-final of the women's K1, and it's Sona Stanoska, who is the first paddler on the water representing Slovakia. And Sona looking to put down a good run, because like a lot of athletes here, like a lot of countries represented here today, this is a crucial step in the whole Olympic qualifying process. The quotas have all been decided. The quotas were decided at Lee Valley at our World Championships 2 weeks ago. Now the athletes are competing against each other for the right to represent their country at next year's Olympics. And Sona Stanoska is one of those in a big battle with Eliska Mintalova, who has had a great World Cup season and has really come into some form in recent weeks, culminating in a silver medal at the World Championships behind Jessica Fox just a couple of weeks ago. So Sona Stanoska is going to need a run similar to the one she put down at the Under-23 World Championships in Krakow earlier this year, when she cuts it very tight there, but I think that's okay. So she needs to put down a good run, set the scene for some tough racing later on if you want to get through to that top 12 and get into the final. But a nice solid start here for Sona Stanoska. An early touch on gate 12, but otherwise, wow, look at that fog, folks. It's a beautiful picture, but I don't know the athletes will be particularly enjoying it that much. The water is cold and the air is chilly, but that's what this sport is all about, and it's invigorating, folks. It's embracing. And Sona Stanoska now coming down to the finish line. We'll get an early marker here. That's been a pretty good run from Sona. Let's see her reaction if she's happy with it. Not overly excited by it, but it is there. It's on the board. She's underway. So Sona Stanoska is underway. The second paddler on the course is the Swiss paddler Elena Marx. And she is, of course, we mentioned this before, hers was the fairy tale story from the Tokyo Olympics, when she got in a very late call-up. In fact, she was I think it was 2 weeks before the Olympics when the paddler from Hungary was withdrawn, and that opened the door for Elena Marks to get the late call-up. She had to go and get the gear out of the shed and get on the plane and get to Tokyo, and she was the last person to arrive, and what a great experience for her. She was only 19 at the time, 22 years of age now, and hoping to put in a good performance today for Elena Marks, the first paddler on the course. We have 24 athletes who are in action, and of course, as I said, half will go through to the final a little bit later on this afternoon. And Elena Marks now, she's had a touch on gate 8, and she's a little bit behind on the split, so a bit of work to do for Marks on the bottom part of the course. As the fog slowly lifts here at the Paris Slalom course, Vaires Sur Marne, where the Olympics will be next year. The general feedback from the athletes is that the course is pretty good. I think initially in the early days it was a little bit flat, and some of the paddlers thought it wasn't particularly challenging, but they've made some modifications and they've made it a bit steeper, and the athletes have given it the thumbs up. They've found it much better now, much more challenging. Now here's an early athlete that's out on the course who we would expect to be up challenging for a place in the final, Claudia Zwolinska. She's had a good season. She's sitting currently third in the overall standings. Now it's worth double points here where you finish. So normally it's 60 points for a win, so it's 120 points here for a win. And at the moment, Zwolinska sitting in third position on 162 points. Jess Fox at the top of the leaderboard on 188, and Eleanor Lilick on 185, just behind her. So the top two are very close, but with 120 points up for the winner, then anything can change. Oh, and I think for Zwolinska there, she ended up going a little bit low, having to go around that gate, so she's lost a bit of time on that particular part of the course for Zwolinska. She had a really good World Championships, picked up a bronze medal in the K1 in Lee Valley a couple of weeks ago, which was a bit of a breakthrough moment for the Polish paddler. And she'll be looking to capitalise on that here today. But yes, a couple of early mistakes. Clean though, there's no touches, but she's down on the split because she did miss that gate and had to go back around to get through the downstream gate. So trying to make up a bit of time on the bottom of the course. She's had a couple of fourth placings this year on the World Cup circuit. Just waiting for that breakthrough moment when she gets up and can take a gold medal at a World Cup race. She's going to have to work hard now, though. She's got a lot of time she needs to make up if she's going to be in the mix, because at the moment it's Sona Stanoska who is sitting on top of the leaderboard. Oh, she's being pushed a bit low there as well for Zwolinska. So it's starting to slip away for her a little bit. Can she get under the 110? She's just outside, so she moves into second. I don't know that that's going to be good enough for Claudia Zwolinska. And another early paddler on the course with high expectations, Victoria Oos. She's also had a very good year, currently sitting 7th on the overall World Cup standings. Probably didn't have the World Championship she would have expected, that she would have liked. But other than the World Championships, she has had that consistency this year, the Ukrainian paddler Victoria Oos. So a chance for her to finish off on a bit of a high. For Victoria, of course, made her Olympic debut in 2016 in Rio, and you would expect that she will be there again next year in Paris for her 3rd Olympic Games, which will be a big achievement for this young lady from Ukraine, and especially given everything that has happened. Oh, a big touch there for Victoria, unfortunately. Yeah, everything that's happened for her and her teammates over the past 18 months or so, it's incredible to see them still paddling the way they're paddling, and we all wish her the best of luck and her teammates for the Olympics next year. So, oh no, that might be a 50. That could well be a 50. Let's see if she goes back. No, they've given her a 50. Unfortunately, Victoria lost control of her boat there and could not correct the line. And as you saw, the front of the kayak. Oh, and another touch there. So this is proving a very difficult run for Victoria Us from Ukraine. A definite 50 and a couple of touches as well. So you have to get all of your head and part of your boat between the gates. If you don't, then the judges will give you a 50-second penalty. It is heavily scrutinized. We have judges standing on the banks of the water, and we also have judges sitting in the ground control, and we've got cameras pointing every angle possible. So there's you know, it's not perfect. There is always the possibility of mistakes being made, but I tell you what, that's the effort that is gone to make sure that the athletes get every possible chance to have every decision scrutinized. They will go back. They always go back and review all the 50s, but there was very little doubt about that 50-second penalty, unfortunately, for Victoria Us. So she is out. No action for her later on today. Now, Emily Hilgertova is on the water. And there's pretty hot competition amongst the Czechs for position next year at the Olympics. Emily Hilgertova would dearly love to get to the Games next year. Of course, famous family name in the sport, and Emily been around for a couple of years now. She's a solid competitor, but just has not quite been able to deliver in the moments that matter. Maybe today will be the day. She's made a good strong start here, no mistakes early. Oh, look at that. That's a good move from Hilgertova. She's traveling pretty well at the moment. Nice and clean. That's the important thing for Emily Hilgertova, the young paddler from the Czech Republic. Nice move there as well for Emily. Now she's up on the split, so now she needs to hold this here. Oh, that's a tough little move, but she's got through it okay. So we're looking now. Soniston. Oh, wow. Oh, no. That's, oh, she's been pushed really deep, and look how hard you've got to work. She's given up on it. Oh, you can see on her face there the disappointment. It was a good run. She was going so well, and then just lost it on that upstream. You can see what that means for Emily. What a tough break for Hilgertova. So the pressure, there is so much pressure on, folks. I cannot put into words what these athletes are facing here, especially athletes from teams where the competition for positions in Paris next year are so tough. You cannot afford to drop races, and Emily Hilgertova just seeing her Olympic dream flash before her eyes there. I'm not sure what the current situation is with the Czech team, but you could tell by the look on her face there that that was heartbreaking, that move there. Now, Carol Bouzidi from Algeria has the luxury of being the only paddler from Algeria, I believe. Yes. So that is a little bit of pressure off for her, but she still needs to get the quota and then get to the Olympics. But of course, Carol Bouzidi's based in France, but proudly representing Algeria, and has made a good strong start here to her run. So back on the rules, I've explained the 50-second penalty. If you touch a gate, just like Carol Bouzidi has just there, right on cue. Thank you, Carol Bouzidi. That is a 2-second penalty that gets added to your time. Now, it doesn't necessarily rule you out of a medal, a 2-second penalty or qualification to the next round, because 2 seconds can be made up on the course if you're good enough. 50 seconds, that's it. You're basically, unless everybody in the race gets a 50-second penalty, your day is pretty well over. But a 2-second penalty, well, that's manageable. Carol Bouzidi has that touch on gate 12. They're reviewing gate 16. Soniston Oscar with the 106.68. She didn't look that happy with the time when she crossed the finish line, but at the moment it's proving pretty hard to topple, and there's been some big name paddlers on the course who have had a crack at it, but at the moment that time, that 106 of Stanoska's, is looking good. Now, Anthony Galaskova, another of the young paddlers from the Czech Republic, I wonder whether she knows what's happened to Emily Hilgertova. I wonder if that will affect the way she paddles in this race. Galaskova outstanding paddler at a junior and under 23 level. This year winning the silver medal at the under 23 World Championships in Krakow. And now getting a chance to make her mark here. She's made a really strong start. She's up on the split, up on Stanoska's split. So a really good start for the young lady from the Czech Republic, Antony Galaskova. You can hear the school children here, by the way. There's a couple of... Yesterday there was about 1,000 school children lining the banks. And today, from all reports, there's going to be double that amount of school children who are having a day off school to come down here and watch. And there you can see in the background the flags waving, the cheering is going on. It's a great atmosphere here at the Paris 2024 Olympic venue. And they're enjoying watching Antony Galaskova, who is well... Oh, no, and now Antony Galaskova has run into some trouble. She's... Oh, and a touch on the way through. So, this is the excitement and the thrill of our sport, that just the slightest error can be so costly for every athlete. And Galaskova now, and another touch there, was it? Yes, I think so for Galaskova. So what a strong start she made, but just two mistakes at the bottom has slipped her down the leaderboard. And yeah, tell me this doesn't mean anything to these athletes, folks, because this is obviously means a lot for the Czech Republic, who are trying to book tickets, get on the team. Time for some common sense to prevail, and somebody who's been around for a long time and paddled at the very, very top for a long, long time. Corinna Kunle is on the course for Austria, and we know how fast she is. She's an incredibly... Oh, it can't be right. I think there's a mistake there with the split. Somebody got a bit excited, I think, with the button, because I'm pretty certain she's not more than 8 seconds up on the split. So just ignore that at this stage. But she's made a very strong start, Corinna Kunle. And there's good, strong competition on the Austrian team as well for positions at the Olympics next year. And Corinna Kunle would desperately like to get back to the Olympic team for 2024. And at the moment, it's been a pretty good start. Now we have a better idea on the split. She is up on the split, so she's going along pretty nicely indeed. Ooh, she rides that one tight and that one tight, but she's through. Wow, she's managed to pull that off pretty well, I think. It's been a difficult Olympic cycle, this one, for Kunle. She had COVID and had it pretty bad. She was quite sick there for a while and struggled to get on the water to train and missed a lot of events. So fortunately for her, with her experience, she was able to get back out on the water and recapture her form pretty quickly. And now there's a lot of green there, which means the greenish means she's up on the split. She's doing well. The time of Sona Stanoska is a 106.68. I think we're going to have a new leader. It's going to be Corinna Kunle goes into the lead. Is it going to be enough, though, for the veteran paddler from Austria? She's not sure. She's not sure whether to smile at this stage or just to bide her time. I would suggest she would bide her time. There's 8 paddlers have been on the water. We have 24 altogether. So let's see if she can hold on there, because now Monica Doria Villarubla is in action. And wow, she has had a really interesting season. Up and down, she's been doing the K1 and the C1. And would be very keen to make a mark in the K1 here for Monica Doria Villarubla from Andorra. It's been a bit of a breakout season for her. She's had a podium in the C1 earlier this year. Oh, just struggling a little bit there. But she's got around now, and oh wow, it's pretty heavy going through that stage of the course, and a few of the athletes getting into a bit of trouble. Doria Villarubla managing to hold it together. And the important thing at this stage, when we look at the leaderboard, there's only 2 athletes so far that have managed to go through without a touch. Just 2 out of 8 so far. At the moment, Doria Villarubla is looking good, looking secure. Not taking too many risks, just trying to keep the boat moving. Nice crowd building up. So the green gates, for those who are watching for the first time, the green gates are what you call the downstream gates, and so they just go straight through those. The red gates there that Monica just went through, they're the upstream gates, so you have to go past those. Now we've got a new leader, I think. Yes, we have. Wow, that's a good time too. I think she's pretty happy with that, Monica Doria Villarubla. She moves into the lead with a really nice run. Clean, a 104.98. Yes, the red gates, they're the upstream gates, so you need to go past the red gates, turn around and come back up through the gates. So the really good paddlers can, look at that, that's a really smooth move there from our Japanese paddler, Aki Yazawa. And Aki choosing to paddle here. Of course, we have the Asian Championships are on, the Asian Games are on this week in China, and a lot of the Asian paddlers are paddling there, and in fact the action is underway at the moment. We've had the sprint already, and now the slalom is underway, but Aki Yazawa is here getting some valuable practice on the course for the Olympics next year, and she had a really good heat run, so now she just wants to try and turn that into a solid result here in the semi-final, maybe get into the top 12 and get into a final, and then who knows what could unfold in the final. But it's a good run so far for the Japanese paddler Yazawi. And the fog has lifted pretty well, so the forecast, by the way, for Paris for today, oh, that's a tight one, definitely a 2. Is it a 50? The judges say yes, it is a 50. They will have a close look at it, because she did get her head under, she touched it, but was it enough? The judges straight away saying a 50, but they will go back and review the tape, as they always do for a 50-second penalty, because it can absolutely, the wrong call there can absolutely cruel your chances of any further action, any further race action. So at this stage, for Yazawi, she's got some problems. Other than that, her run was pretty good. The time was pretty good. She's going to go in now. Yeah, even with the 50, I think it's going to be a bit of a struggle for Yazawi. She's not all that happy. You can see touching the back of her head there where she hit it. Here we go here. Yeah, bang, right on the back of the noggin for Yazawi. And ooh, just in the bit where the helmet doesn't quite protect as well. So definitely knew what she was in for though. Now Eva Terschel. Are we going to see the very best of Eva Terschel today? She's had, by her standards, a difficult year. Didn't have a great World Championships, of course, in 2019, when it was all on the line in Liceo. She won the world title in what was a pretty impressive performance, but since then she had a disappointing Olympics, and she's struggled a bit since. But we all know what Eva Terschel is capable of, and is today going to be the day when we see her recapture that form which made her one of the most feared women's K1 paddlers on the circuit. Wow, that was a pretty good S move, wasn't it, from Eva Terschel? So at this stage, this is looking pretty good. She's up on Monica Doria Villarubla at the halfway stage. Cutting a couple of close lines there, but that's the confidence that you have when you've been paddling at the top for a long time. They've given her a touch on gate 12. That was tight, so again, they'll review it. And there's a couple of other gate reviews as well at the moment for Terschel. So the judges, with the fog lifting, are seeing a lot more and making their presence felt. Of course, it is, as I said, heavily scrutinised, so they will go back. Oh, that's a tough, isn't that a tough move? If you miss the wave there, it gets you and carries you downstream, you can end up with a lot of work. It's going to be a good time for Terschel. She's going to be a roundabouts, I think. Moves into second. But there are a lot of reviews underway for Eva Terschel, but she'll have her fingers crossed. The judges will have a close look to see definitely one touch there for Terschel, but what about the others? Of course, if the movement has been caused by a water splash, then that doesn't go against the paddler, obviously. Now, that's where it becomes difficult for the judges, because the water can splash up off a boat or off a paddle and can touch the gate and make it look like the paddler's touched it, but If it is only a water touch, then that will not work against the paddler. They won't get a penalty. So Evie Leapath, the young American, is on the course now. Had an outstanding under-23 World Championships. Took the crown, in fact, in Krakow, and has been paddling pretty well since. I was talking to her the other day and just asked her what the difference has been, and she said that for the first time for a long time in Krakow, she relaxed. She didn't put pressure on herself. She just went out and relaxed and tried to have fun. And then when she got the results that she did, she thought, well, maybe this is the better approach. Go out, have fun, and be relaxed. And I think we've seen her paddling since then at a whole new level. And this is a really good run so far. A couple of touches, though, for Leapath, but she's fast enough to absorb those. The quickest time at the moment is a 104, well, basically a 105, 104.98 from, oh, and I think missed the chance there to go straight across for Leapath, so some valuable time lost there. That's going to make it hard for the teenager from the United States. And the time slipping away now. Those 4 seconds in penalties could be crucial, but she's slipping right out of the top numbers now. Moves into 9th. Tough break there for Evie Leapath. So we've had 12 paddlers on the course. We're halfway. So we're going to start seeing some people going through to finals from here. And it's Kimberly Woods. What a great World Championships Kimberly had, picking up some gold and team silver and team gold, and what a great moment she had. But determined to force her way onto the British Olympic team, and a big result here for her will go a long way to putting her in the mix to get to her second Olympics. She competed in the K1 for Great Britain in Tokyo and would dearly love to be there. Certainly she would love to have a crack at the kayak cross, which will make its debut in Paris next year. She's shown herself to be as good, if not better, than anyone in the kayak cross, but she would love to be there as well in either the K1 or the C1. So she wants a good result here, the young British paddler Kimberly Woods. At the moment, Monica Doria Villarubla is sitting on top of the leaderboard, and she could very soon have a Q next to her name. But will Kimberly Woods be able to go under her time? She's pretty close to the split at the moment. There's a lot of areas on this course where you can lose time, but there's also, as you can see there, wow, this has been now this is good move. Now that was a great move from Woods. She lost no time at all through that little combination. Oh, and this has been an area where a couple of paddlers have been pushed down the water as well, but wow, that is hard work there for Kimberly Woods. I think this is going to be a pretty good time. She might not be fastest, but she's going to be close. Second, I think. Yes, she moves into second spot. Oh, I don't know. She's looking nervous. She's looking nervous, but I think, Kimberly Woods, you're going to be okay. I think you're going to be okay, but Monica Doria Villarubla, she is into the final. She has a, well, it's a bit different here. We've put an F on the official computer, not a Q for qualified, but an F for final for Monica Doria Villarubla. Now listen to the French. Oh, no, 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 no. Marjorie Delassus. That was too tight. Too tight, and the judges giving her a 50. They will go back and have a look, but I mean, I'm nowhere near as close to the water as the judges are, but from where I'm sitting, that did not look like she got a whole head through the gate. So that'll be heartbreaking for Marjorie Delassus. The French team, the qualification process is red hot for Paris, and I believe that this is their final opportunity this weekend to make an impression. And if Marjorie Delassus, if that 50 seconds stands, oh my goodness, that's going to be, I mean, how heartbreaking is it that one gate could basically keep you from the Olympics? Look at that crowd, folks. They are loving it. They're enjoying having a day off school, first and foremost, but they're enjoying also seeing their French stars on the water. Such a big sport here in France, canoe slalom, and they're loving every moment of it. And you wonder how many of those kids lining the banks now in years to come will be sitting in a canoe or a kayak themselves and trying to get to an Olympic Games, or even just trying to get to the French team. I'm sure many of them will walk away from here in love with the sport. Oh, Marjorie, that's a tough maneuver there to get across as well for De La Souza. So we'll see in just a moment when she crosses the finish line and sees the time, her reaction to the 50 seconds. Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. Here we go. That is, oh, wow, no. I think even she knew she wasn't even close, unfortunately, for De La Souza. So that means Kimberly Woods is into the final. Now, another French paddler. The kids haven't got a chance to sit down and catch their breath here because Emma Vouton is now on the water. The second of 3 French paddlers who we'll see in action in this event. And I'm sure that she would have heard the commentator, the anguish when the 50-second penalty went up for Marjorie De La Souza. So Emma Vouton would know that one of her main rivals has had a problem. And how will that affect her run? Emma Vouton now coming down. We still have Camille Present to come for the French. So Vouton now looking to try and punt Eva Terschel from the final. Eva Terschel now sitting in 3rd position and waiting to see if Emma Vouton can go under her time. And so far, so good for Vouton. Eva Terschel's time was a 105.83. And Vouton is up on the split and traveling along very nicely. And don't tell me that those kids on the bank will not lift her, make her grow an extra pair of wings here as she flies down the course here. She's been down here so much, so often. They've been training on this course, and now she's 2 seconds up on the split. So this is a really good combination being put together by the young French paddler Emma Vouton. Can she hold? Oh, she's gone a bit deep there, lost a little bit of time. So now she really needs to sprint to the finish line. I think she's going to be close to the new leader. Yes. And the crowd love it. Doesn't she love it? That's made it all worthwhile for these kids. That's made it worthwhile to come down and see Emma Vouton go into the lead and straight through to the final for Emma Vouton from France. Oh, nope. She's just been given a 2-second penalty. So she's dropped down to 4th. She's a late 2-second penalty there for Emma Vouton. So she has to wait now because Eva Terschel has gone into the final. Emma Vouton is on the cusp. She's waiting now to see if a paddler can make a mistake and let her into the final. It's Ana Satilla, the Brazilian, the 3-time Olympian. 2012 as a teenager, she made her Olympic debut. 2016 in front of a home crowd in Rio, and then 2020 in Brazil, in Tokyo, sorry. And Ana Satilla pretty well has her foot on the plane already to get to a 4th Olympic Games. The Brazilian team chose to train here rather than compete at the World Cup in Liceo. So Ana Satilla has spent a lot of time on this water. Just a little bit slow there through that combination, but she's still up on the split. The Brazilian Ana Satilla. Again, another who, by her high standards, has not had a great 2023. She's currently outside the top 10 in the overall standings. But with double... Oh, she's missed that gate. Ana Satilla has missed that gate, so she needs to go back now and try and get through. She's... Good effort there. She was so strong getting back up there, but gee, she lost a lot of time there. Look at that split difference now for Satilla, and how much energy did she spend getting back up into that combination. But she's back on track now. But wow, yeah, this time has slipped right away, unfortunately, for the Brazilian Ana Satilla. So she will not make it through. And the anguish for Ana Satilla, that is disappointment indeed. But it means that Emma Vouton is into the final, so the French will have at least one paddler in action. Now it's Mallory Franklin, the tall Brit, on the course. She's pretty well locked away that position on the team, on the Olympic team for Team GB next year. There'll still be a question what event she'll do. I'm certain after her performance in Lee Valley and of course in Tokyo that she would do the C1. Whether she wants to also try and do the K1 as well, that will be something for the British team and for Mallory Franklin and others, Kimberly Woods, to decide to work out for themselves. Tough job being a selector. I would not like to be in their position, but good run here for Mallory. She's up on the split and looking pretty good. It's still a second up on the cusp at the moment. It's Corinna Kunle from Austria with a time of 106.4. So that's the time that Franklin needs to go under to book herself a ticket straight through to the final. And at the moment she's on track. But can she hold it together? This is where there's been some problems. Oh my goodness. Well, the alternative was a 50, so she escaped that, but there was not much she could do to avoid the 2-second penalty there. There's a couple of tough combinations here. There really, really is. So Franklin has a 2-second penalty. Oh, now she's been pushed low on this combination as well. So Mallory Franklin maybe a bit thrown off by that combination, the 2-second penalty. And unfortunately for Mallory Franklin, that is a tough. Yeah, look at that. She knows that was tough. Look at just unable to avoid the 2-second penalty. And no finals action, you would think, for Mallory Franklin. That's the big story. That's the big breaking story at the moment. Corinna Kunle is through now. Eleanor Lillick. Oh, there's a touch early on for Lillick. Eleanor Lillick currently sitting in second position. Oh, on the overall World Cup standings, she has 185 points. She's just 3 points behind Jessica Fox. I'm sure she would love to finish the year as the World Cup champion, but she needs to get into the final if she wants to do it. And she has that early touch, which will be very annoying. But she's so fast, she can make that speed up without too many problems at all. For Eleanor Lillick, the German. Ricarda Funk not here this week. She has COVID again. And we wish her a speedy recovery. And another touch there for Lillick. Gee, there's a lot of mistakes being made on this course today. A lot of mistakes. So the course designers, they've put out a bit of a challenge, and that's the way it should be in a semi-final, by the way. You expect it to be tough, and I'm sure the athletes won't complain. This is how you separate the wheat from the chaff, as they say. Tight, even with 2 touches. Lillick is close to the time set by our race leader, Monica Doria Villarubla. Sona Stanoska is the one who is waiting on a 106.68. 106.68 is Stanoska's time. So I think Lillick's going to go under that time. No, she's just outside. Just outside. That is a nervous wait now for Eleanor Lillick, but Sona Stanoska can start planning for her final. Wow, there's so much happening here. You cannot take your eyes off the screen. You can't take your eyes off the water. As Stephanie Horn, the German-born Italian, heads off down the water. And what a year she's had, Stephanie Horn. Not in the top, in fact, sorry, at the moment she's sitting 5th in the overall World Cup standings. So if she can put together a good race here and those above her struggle a little bit, she could find herself sneaking up the leaderboard. She's had a great year in the kayak cross, and just hoping to finish the year off with a big result in the K1 here in Paris. Gee, it's hard to get some speed up, isn't it, along there? There's some really challenging water for the paddlers to deal with. But she's up on the split. She's up on the split and going pretty well at this stage. And the person sitting on the cusp is Eleanor Lillick from Germany. It's a 107.12 for Eleanor Lillick. So, oh, and there's a big touch there for Stephanie Horn. That's 2 seconds though. That's I mean, the fastest time on the course so far is it's a 105. It's a 104.98. Let's call it a 105 between friends. So there's a couple of seconds. Oh, and I think that's going to be tight. I'm not sure how the judges will see that. They'll have a good look at it. But Stephanie Horn giving the judges some work to do. They've had a busy morning. And it's going to get much busier, I think, as the day progresses, because there are places where athletes can try and cut corners, but they'll have a good, long, hard look at that combination. And even with that potential 50, it's going to be tough for Stephanie Horn. Here we go. Let's have a look here. What's the... Ooh, has the boat gone through? That's the question. I think the front of the boat maybe went through, but anyway, she's left the judges with a bit of work to do for Stephanie Horn, but it means that Eleanor Lillick at this stage is through to the final. And on the course, her name is Luca Jones from New Zealand. Had an interesting day yesterday, had a 50 on the first run in the heats, but then managed to lay down a very good second run to put herself into the semi-finals. We had a different format yesterday, so all athletes had to do 2 runs. Usually at a World Cup, after the first run, the top 20 or so athletes would go straight through and wouldn't need to do a second run. However, here in Paris, we've been adopting the same format that will be in evidence at the Olympics next year, which means all athletes need to do 2 runs. And the best time of those 2 runs is the one that goes onto the official timesheet. So interesting for some of the athletes who were securely in after the first run, the way they treated their second run. Some of them tried some different things. Others just went out and had a bit of a jolly and quite enjoyed themselves. And for Luca Jones now, this has been a good run. What an incredible Olympic career this young lady from New Zealand has had. She's already said this is going to be her last Olympics campaign. She's been to 4. Beijing, London, Rio and Tokyo. Of course, picking up the silver medal in Rio in 2016. It's the highlight of her career so far. And she's going to be in the new... This is going to be our new race leader, folks. That is a nice run from Luca Jones. She's still putting it together. She's still putting the good runs on the board. And Luca Jones acknowledges the crowd, which is big. It's a big crowd here. The kids are loving it. And Luca putting on a bit of a show for the fans, even with the touch. So her raw time, Luca Jones, was a 101.43, which is a lot faster than anyone else has gone today. If anyone's going to challenge that, though, it's this paddler from Spain, Maylene Charoux. I mentioned Luca Jones getting silver in Rio. Well, the only person who went better than her was this paddler, Maylene Charoux. And again, another paddler who, well, she's refusing to say this is her last Olympics campaign. She said, I just love it so much. And I know that when I do decide to retire, that's it. I can't go back. It'll be all over. And I love it so much, I don't want it to be over. And why would she even think about it being over, the way she's been paddling for Maylene Charoux from Spain. And won the gold in Rio, won a silver in Tokyo, and had her first Olympic campaign back in 2004 for Athens. Didn't make the team, didn't earn the quota, so she was a very young paddler then. So 2004 escaped her, but then since 2008 she's been a regular. And what a revelation she's been. What a fantastic... Oh, and a big touch there, unfortunately, for Charoux. That's 2 touches. Now that's going to make it tricky for Maylene Charoux. Currently still sitting waiting is Klaudia Zwolinska from Poland on a 108.25. Just reminding you, 12 athletes will be going through to the final, not 10, 12 today. So there is a bit of room, a bit of wriggle room for some of these paddlers if they're fast enough to make up for the mistakes. She's got a lot of work to do, though, and I think Charoux is going to struggle. She's already up to the 100 seconds mark. So unfortunately for the Spaniard, I don't think this is going to be fast enough for Maylene Charoux. So good news for Klaudia Zwolinska, but Maylene Charoux will not be in the final. You can see her disappointment. She's not sure about the 2 touches. They will review them for sure. Now, French fans, get on your feet, because here's another one of your hometown heroes, Camille Present, on the water. Already Emma Vouton is through to the final. I mentioned before, for the French team, this is a big selection race as well for Paris next year. So Camille Present needs to get into the final to keep her Olympic dreams alive. And she said to me yesterday how nervous she felt before going out in the water. I can imagine her heart would be in her mouth right now. But she's such a good paddler on her day, and she was really good on her first run yesterday. She knows this course so well. She's grown to love it. She said initially she was not a fan, but then they made some modifications, and since then she's fallen in love with the course. Well, today, will she love it even more? Or will she decide it's the worst place in the world? Let's see. At the moment, she's traveling along very nicely. Stephanie Horn is watching on nervously. She's sitting on the cusp at the moment. Her split time is down at the moment, but Luka Jones's time was electric. So she has a bit of wriggle room there. There's I can tell you, between Luka Jones's time and Claudia Zwolinska, there's around 5 seconds. So as long as Cami Present is under 5 seconds behind the split, she should be okay. And at the moment, she's just 1 second outside of Luka Jones's time. So she needs to finish off. Oh, she's got a bit of work to do there, but she corrected it. Now, can she finish? She needs to get through this gate and get around, and then she'll be into the final. Yes, she's going to be okay. They're having a review, but it's not going to matter. Cami Present will go into the final. Her Olympic dream is still alive. It's still alive, but what a final we're going to have. So many side stories here today, folks. So many side stories. It's, you know, it's a World Cup. It's a World Cup final. And there are little battles going on left, right and centre amongst teammates to try and get into the games. Oh, Mintalova. Now, here is the form paddler in the world right now. Besides Jessica Fox, Aliska Mintalova has really come of age in recent times. She won the gold in Liceo. She went to Lee Valley. She won the silver in the World Championships behind Jessica Fox. And she's sitting pretty at the moment in the battle for the Slovakian race for Paris next year. Sona Stanoska, though, her teammate, is already into the final. So that will put a little bit of pressure here on Mintalova. But with the form she's shown in recent times, you would have to think that she would be the #1 prospect for Slovakia for Paris next year. So Luka Jones is sitting at the top of the leaderboard. The person on the cusp at the moment is still Stephanie Horn with a 1:08. Oh, Mintalova, that could be a 50. They're giving it a 2. They've given it a 2. I'm sure they'll review it. That was tight. That was very tight. So the judges again, well, no time to be getting stuck into the cookie dough today for our judges, though every run they've been given work to do. And Mintalova's just throwing a little bit of a curveball in their direction as well. But it's Mintalova looking to knock Stephanie Horn out of the final. I don't think she's going to do... Oh, it's going to... Yes, she will. She's fine. It'll be interesting with that review, though. But Mintalova is safe. She's gone into 8th position, which has put her in the final. But the judges will be having a look at this little gate here, because that was tight. Oh, no, she's fine. I don't know why I got so excited about it. Ooh. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. From that angle, I think the judges have a little bit of... They better get the microscope out, I think. Get the magnifying glass out for that one. Because that looked very close. Now, does this lady need any introduction at all? No, not really. I mean, she's world champion many times over. She's a 3-time Olympic medalist, 2 bronze and a silver. Desperate, though, to get that first Olympic K1 gold medal. She got the C1 gold medal in Tokyo, but she would really like that K1 gold medal, and she wants to also strengthen her grip on this year's World Cup title. She's already the World Cup leader, so getting through to the final will put her in a pretty good position to add another World Cup title to her long list of achievements. She has an early touch. That will annoy her a lot, but she's the one paddler who can absorb at least one touch, maybe even a couple if she needed to. Oh, and again, gate 12. Gate 12 is tight. The athletes are really, and I can confirm for you now that Aliska Mintalova has been given a 50. So that is the big news. That is the breaking news story coming out of Paris is that the current world championship silver medalist is out of the final with a 50-second penalty. Big news. Big news, which means Stephanie Horn is into the final. Now it's between Jessica Fox and... Oh, Fox going a little bit low there as well. So it hasn't been the best run that the world champion has ever put together. But have a look at this time, folks. It's still going to be the fastest. And she slows down at the end. Wow. Just wow. Jessica Fox had so many mistakes there. She'll be the first to say there's so much time she can make up on the rest of this course. But she got the job done. A couple of tight ones for the Australian. This gate 12 athletes are taking risks there, and some of them are paying the price. But Fox is through. There's an asterisk next to her name. They'll have a close look at all the gates. But at this stage, she is our race leader. Her raw time is under 100. She's the only athlete with a raw time under 100. So Fox qualifying first. Oh, hang on a moment. Jessica Fox, folks, has just been given a 50-second penalty. Jessica Fox has just been given a 50-second penalty on gate number 4. Wow. Wow, I don't know whether we can get a review, we can get a replay of Jessica Fox going through gate 4. It would make for very interesting viewing, but the judges have just given her a 50-second penalty on gate 4. So the World Championship gold medalist and the World Championship silver medalist are both out of the final with 50-second penalties. And that is your breaking news story right now. Goodness. I might bring my co-commentator into the conversation here because I think he's looking as gobsmacked as I am. Brodie Crawford from Australia. Wow.
What has just happened?
What has just happened indeed? What has just happened? We've seen...
It looked like such a good run. A few little mistakes, but I didn't see gate 4. I didn't take notice of what exactly went wrong.
I'm hoping our video editors can go back and queue up gate 4 for Jessica Fox, because I'd like to see it again. I'd like to see what the judges saw. I mean, she was riding her luck for sure on a couple of the gates, but it looked like she was under control.
Yeah, it looked like she had so much time out there, didn't it? She was making mistakes, still up on the split, and she was on the rhythm, but
that was unfortunately. Here we go. Here's Jess Fox. Let's see which gate. That's not the problem gate. So gate 4 was the one where she was given the 50. Actually, now it's been removed. What a day of drama.
What is going?
They've now removed it and given her a 2-second penalty instead. Oh, my goodness.
Whoa.
What a roller coaster ride. Ah, be still my beating heart. So Jessica Fox there now goes into the final. They took off. Initially, they gave her no penalty. Then they gave her a 50. They've gone back and had another look at it and changed the 50 to a 2-second penalty on gate 4, which means she's moved into second position for the final. So Luca Jones, the fastest qualifier, then Fox, Doria Villarubla, Woods, Terschel, Vuitton, Prigent, Kunle, Stanovska, Lilik, Zwolinska, and Horn.
Stacked. Very good. Very good to see Jess in there.
Well, yeah.
Keeps it very interesting. +4 into second, Ross. That's
+4, and well, the only raw time, Brodie Crawford, under 100 seconds.
Yeah, look at that.
That's not bad, is it?
It's not bad at all.
Not a bad performance. What a final. Good to have you in here, mate. Are you well?
Oh,
sorry,
mate, I'm
sorry.
tired.
Are you tired?
Yeah.
Well, don't tell me. I don't want to know what you did last night.
You must be tired. I know you've been around the world in the last week.
Did you take advantage of the City of Lights, did you?
No. It's just been a long season.
It has been a long season. And commiserations, mate, yesterday for the day as it played out. Great to see Kalen Bassett in the final though.
It is great,
Australia.
yeah. Looking forward to seeing him throw down. Give it all, in the semi-final.
And how glad are you that you didn't have to be out on the early runs this morning when the fog was still sitting on the course this morning? That was challenging for some of the early athletes.
Yeah, it looked. It was pretty chilly, but it's finding up out there. Look at these kids, Ross. My goodness.
It's fantastic,
They are
isn't it?
enthusiastic, aren't they?
They really, really are. Apparently, they're expecting 2,000 school children in here today. Apparently the Olympic and Paralympic mascots will be turning up later as well, which will be a huge moment, Brody. I know
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I couldn't get over their energy yesterday. It was when they were firing up. It was so loud down there. So good, so good.
Isn't it fantastic?
Yeah.
And I said earlier on in the commentary, Brody, looking through this crowd, you wonder how many of them will go away and maybe in a couple of years' time they'll be back on this water themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's happened a lot. I think it happened to you, didn't it? You saw a race and fell in love with it.
Yeah. Yep. Beijing, I was watching on the telly.
Yep.
And, was inspired like some of these kids will be today for sure.
Yeah. Right, now we're into the men's C1. And the first paddler on the course will be Paolo Chechon. And, wow, he snuck into this semi-final by the skin of his teeth. He won a bronze medal at the World Championships just 2 weeks ago in Lee Valley. Almost didn't make it through to the semi-final, but here he is, Brody, the first paddler on the course. Yep,
he's shown he's got some serious pace. Awesome result in Lee Valley. He'll be on a high right now, and I reckon he will be feeling pretty good out there, ready to show what he's made of.
What's the course like, Brody? A lot of the athletes saying since the changes have been made, it's a much better course. It's much more challenging. It's more enjoyable.
Yeah, I think it's got a bit of everything. I feel it's kind of similar to the Lee Valley in a way, but a bit smaller features, not as brutal. But yeah, it's good. It's got lots of variety, and I like it.
Yeah. Some of the paddlers saying that initially when they first came here, when it was first developed, that it was a little bit disappointing, but credit to the organisers and to the Paris 2024 team. They've changed the layout, they've changed the gradient of the course, and I think that's made a big difference.
Yeah, for sure.
He's missed that gate. Chechon has missed that gate, so he has to go back now and try and recapture it. Now, I'm not sure what the state of play is, Brody, with the Italian team selection for...
Oh, right. I'm scared to say anything.
Me too.
Now, I messed up last weekend on a few things. So.
Did you?
Yeah.
Not like you.
I know. So I was told information that wasn't true, so I don't know.
Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life, Brody. This is... I mean, I've been out and about the last couple of days talking to as many athletes as possible, just getting an idea of what's going on.
We make some pretty big calls in here.
We've made some big calls.
On emotional highs, you know?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And our strong advice to anybody listening at home is do not repeat anything we say at the dinner table or anywhere else. Do not repeat it as fact, because you may be showing up, as we are, to be a little bit off the mark. But we can tell you with some confidence that Paolo Chechon is currently leading the men's C1.
Yeah, a bit of bad luck there. Taking the risky lines, which you've got to do in the semi-final, and he will have a 50-second penalty to come on that time. Yeah, it's pretty clear.
You reckon he'll get 50? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Now, what could be going through this man's mind at the moment, Thomas Kochland?
Yeah.
The dramas of Lee Valley when we had... Where's he going? We had a couple of ties. We had athletes who finished just on the cusp, but then because the times were the same, they managed to get on a big 2-second penalty there for Thomas Kochland. I know that the Swiss are desperately trying to find a way to try and get Kochland, or get Switzerland, get them a quota for Paris. But the rules are pretty clear, and I don't know what the end decision will be, but I think it's a bit of an uphill battle. But Thomas Kochland needs to put that out of his mind here right now.
Yeah, that'd be tough to bounce back from. Such tight racing for that quota in Lee Valley, but he'll be looking to show everyone what he's made of on this course and throw down a good run. A few little mistakes early, a couple of touches potentially, but he will go into the lead if he keeps it clean from here.
And I've got to say, again, another example of why you never listen to him. Brody Crawford says Chechon still doesn't have that 50 that you so confidently predicted he would get. So you better watch out that there's not a bit of Italian bad blood coming your way later on.
Did you see the 50? Or?
Oh, well.
I thought he went straight past it. Must have been.
But then he went back.
Oh, I didn't. I was. My apologies. He went back.
He went back. Yes, he did. He went past him, and then
sorry, Paolo.
Sorry, Paolo. Indeed.
Yeah, jeez, it's me ranting about something else, not watching.
You were too busy reliving your night at the City of Lights last night. So we're now down to Matej Marinic from Croatia.
Yeah, the big man from Croatia. Known to throw down some big runs every now and then, so he has pace on his day, so let's see how he starts this race.
I think he would be, you know, my memory's playing up on me. I think from memory, Croatia just snuck through with the quota last week, so...
Yeah, he'll be over the moon about that. And he'll be, looking to get some confidence on this course.
And given he's the only paddler in this from Croatia, he would be feeling pretty secure about getting to Paris. But
going for the direct there, Ross.
Yep, and paying the price with a 2-second penalty. But did he make up 2 seconds by going direct? Because I hope so. Otherwise, you wonder why.
Not sure that he did. Be interesting to see how many people go for that direct option. It's high risk, but could be quicker.
So you can see on the bank there, the people with the purple, the very eye-catching purple vest, purple sweaters, and you can see that arm signal there when they just do a horizontal arm swing. That means it's all clear. There's no penalty at all. When they put their hand up there, or they put the old 2-finger salute up, that is a 2-second penalty. Yet this,
just
no, he's missed it.
Slipping away from Marinici. He's going for all the risky moves. He's going for the fastest run,
he's
but
going to keep going.
Hasn't quite happened for him.
Good on him, but
That's it. Yeah.
A lot of effort though to get back up. It's interesting, some of the gate placements here, Brody. There's some real challenges. I mean, the good paddlers, if they get their line right, they could really whiz through this course. But gee, there's some mistakes that can be made up.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of time that we would say as paddlers to make or lose in this course, and even the qualifications was pretty technical, pretty tough for a quals course compared to what we've seen this season.
So Marinic comes down and into 3rd position. So nobody's really put a run together that's going to blow anyone away. Now, Matej Banush.
Oh, this is a good, interesting race to watch with the race within the race here.
Well, I can tell you. Let me tell you, I have a bit of an understanding of what the situation is. This is, I believe, the final opportunity for the Slovakians. So all 3 are in this semi-final. Now, Banush and Mirgorodsky have the whip hand at the moment. And Alexander Slavkovsky, who's never been to Olympics, is the man who's everything's going to fall right for him. Basically, for him to get into the Olympics, both Banush and Mirgorodsky would have to miss the final, and Slavkovsky would need to win a medal. I mean, it's a big ask, but his run yesterday, second run, was brilliant yesterday. So, but you wouldn't expect both Banush and Mirgorodsky to.
Asking a lot. This is a very nice run coming together for Banush here too.
Yep.
Going for the direct there, the risky move.
Of course, Banush, former Olympic silver medalist, been to a couple of games now. And the tall man knows his way down a slalom course. So
yeah, doesn't miss many finals, does he?
No.
He's always in there. Oh, burying the nose there. Not what you want to see. You want to keep that nose light in the boat, keep it out of the water, but back on track now.
Yep, he's up 3 seconds up on the split, but it's a pretty slow time. He's lost a little bit of time there for Banush. So maybe not the run that he would have hoped for. He will go into the lead. But Brody, I think there'll be a few paddlers who'll go under that time, won't there? Surely.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of time there. Crucially clean, though. I think it might be enough for top 10, we'll see.
Well, top 12, of course, today.
Of course,
is all you need to do. So top 12, it is the same as next year in the Olympics, folks. It's a change, one of the changes that we're bringing in for the Olympics. It'll be 12 into the final. Usually 10, but we're bringing in 12. Oh, and there's an early touch for Chalupka. Now, again, I don't want to say something that isn't true, but I know that the race for the men's C1 for the Czech team has been very, very tight. And we have all 3 Czech paddlers here. Yuri Priskovic has the K1 sewn up already. But can he also qualify C1 for the Czech Republic?
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with that selection, but man, they're all quality paddlers.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas Rowan, who we'll see on the course in a moment, he's a medalist, of course, from Tokyo. So there is some quality there, but both Chalupka and Rowan only just sneaking into the semi-final.
What? No way.
Oh, and a touch there as well for Chalupka.
He's gone for the S on purpose there. Did you see that, Ross?
Yeah.
He's gone on the left side and done 10 as an S.
Yes.
Which I did not expect to see that.
Interesting.
Very.
Yep. Paying the price a little bit with a 2-second penalty, but maybe save himself a little bit of time.
Yeah, he's going to need a push now. Plus 6 back on Benouche. Oh, he's clawed back a bit.
He's clawed back a little bit, but I don't think we know that Benouche here went a little bit deep here on the upstream. So can he nail this? Ooh. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, Benouche's time of a 98.62 will stay in the lead, and Chalupka will move into second position at the moment behind Matej Benouche. There are some reviews underway for Chalupka as well. Now, Lucas Rowan. Well, I mean, I think it's fair to say after his silver medal in Tokyo, since then, I think, Brody, it's fair to say we've not seen the best of Lucas Rowan. He hasn't really recaptured that Olympic form, has he? And
yeah, not quite, but he's been paddling solid. Just no medals, I guess, and yeah, hasn't been back to that winning form, but he's there and about.
He's not in the top 10 at the moment on the overall World Cup standings. Matej Benouche is on the top with 192. Luka Bosic on 178, then Benjamin Savsek on 157. They're your top 3 at the moment on the World Cup standings. The only Czech, well, in fact, there's 2 Czechs. The highest ranked Czech on the top 10 standings in the World Cup is Briskovic, who's sitting 6th at the moment, and Chalupka is 9th.
Wow.
Which is fascinating for the Czech team. But Lucas Rowan, I mean, talk about chocolates to boiled lollies. We've seen it before already, Brody, in previous Olympics, where Olympic medalists have then missed out at the following games. I mean, that's what this sport is all about, though, isn't it? That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's always so close in a lot of these strong European countries. Yeah, it's anyone's day. They're all so good.
Good save there from Lucas Rowan. Nearly flipped the canoe, but he's back on track now.
Yeah, down a little bit. He's going to have to really finish strong here. This is a lefty move, and he's a lefty paddler. Does it pretty well, Ross.
Yeah, that was good. Much better. The best one we've seen today so far in the men's canoe. So he's not going to be the leader. He'll probably slip into second position here for Lucas Rowan at a nervous wait for the Czech. But importantly for him, he has put his nose ahead of his teammate, Vaclav Chalupka. Now, Rafael Valdi, gold medalist from Liceo.
Yeah, he's in some good form.
He is in good form.
Really strong paddler.
And fast. We know how fast he's. Like, ooh, look at that. That was nice.
Yeah, I mean, he's aggressive. It's good to watch. He really takes on the gates at full speed.
Such a big, red-hot competition, I think, between the Italians at the moment. And Valdi will be hoping here to put down a time which will get him into the top 12. His teammate, Chechon, his time was not particularly fast. So Chechon, I doubt, in fact, I'm pretty certain he's not going to make the final. So can Valdi get the job done here? Yeah,
again, I'm not sure what's going on there with the Olympics, but they've all had some good results, so I'm sure it's tight.
I'm sure if you surely if you at some stage pick up a gold medal, a World Cup gold medal, that's got to be a big factor for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, but as far as Australia, like, there's so much more weight on a world champs.
Yeah.
And Keshon has the
World Championship bronze.
So
yeah, it's interesting. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's hard to know.
So maybe it will all come down to who has the best result here.
Could be, yeah.
Because
well, it's a good time.
It's a very good time.
Oh!
A good recovery there from Rafael Valdi now. He needs to finish this off and not go too deep. Oh, he's gone a little bit deep. Lost a bit of time there. I think he's going to be okay, though. I think he's going to be around the 97. It should be okay. It should put him into the lead.
He's happy with that.
He is happy with that. Lets everybody know how happy he is. Now that reaction to me tells me it's a reaction of a man who maybe just convinced himself that he's going to Paris next year. Because maybe he knew what Chechon's time was. Maybe it did all come down to this. Again, this is all speculation.
He does wear his heart on his sleeve though, Rafi, so
he does.
It's hard to know.
Now, speaking of hot contests,
Oh, this is a good one.
the contest for Great Britain is incredible. Ryan Wesley, the European champion, hasn't had a great season outside of the European Championships, though. The contest between himself and Adam Burgess is red hot. And he's missed
the wave, Ross.
He's missed it. Oh, Ryan Wesley. Is that going to be crucial?
Well, he's lost, I reckon, 4 or 5 seconds there. He's going to need to really fly now.
Oh, my goodness. So Ryan Wesley has some work to do. And
we're going to see another S. We are. Look at this.
Yes, we are. And how good is it going to be?
Wow, it's
very good.
Pretty good.
Well, here you go. Let's pencil that one in for future reference.
He's in touch, Ross.
Yes, he is. But he's having to take risks, though, Brody, because he knows he lost that time.
Yeah.
So he's taking some risks. The arms must be starting to ache a little bit now. Ryan Wesley from Great Britain.
Oh, jeez, he's starting to lose control of it. The time's slipping away there.
Yeah, how much strength has he got left? Because this is a tough move, this last one. Let's see where the wave takes him. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad, but the time is blowing out a little bit for Ryan Wesley. I don't know that this is going to be good enough. He'll move into... Oh, Ryan Wesley, yeah, not sure. There's an asterisk next to his name. Just waiting now. Looks like the scoreboard's gone down. No, he's gone into 4th position.
Here comes a big Australian.
Kalen Bassett. Haven't seen him.
Little slip on the start line.
Doesn't matter though, there, does it? I don't think.
No, that's before the beam. That doesn't matter at all.
If you're going to do it, you might as well do it there. What a great performance for Kalen, though, Brody. Tell us a little bit about Kalen and where he's come from and how he's been going this year.
Yeah, he's fast paddler on his day. He's struggled a little bit to just lay down the runs on race day this year. He's quick in training, but it's awesome to see him finally put it together here, and I think he's pretty excited to be in the semi. A little bit of a wobbly start. Let's hope he can pull it in and rein it in for the bottom.
Yep. Big switcher, doing a lot of switching.
Yeah, he loves a good switch, and he's getting pretty good at it too.
So, is Mum here? I'm not sure if she's here or not, or has she gone home?
No, she was here in Liceo.
Yes. And then she's gone home. She can't believe that she's missing this.
Yeah.
What a great moment for the Bassett family, though. Kalen doing the Bassett family and Australia proud out here in the semi-final. Ooh, good move. And coming together very nicely. A nice solid run here. Nothing spectacular, but a solid run.
Yeah, it is. This bottom section has been very solid. Just a bit of time loss on the top.
Big 2-second touch
just
there.
Missing, getting the full surf there off that wave. Got to.
And just being pushed over the cusp there for Bassett, so he needs to go back and have another crack.
A few people coming unstuck there in that wave move we've seen so far, Ross. It's more fiddly than it looks.
Indeed. So unfortunately for Kalen, no finals action for him this afternoon, but good experience for him in the semi-final.
Yeah, pushing all the way to the end. It's good to see. Well done.
And he's put out a little bit of a warning to my co-commentator when the big races are on later this year for the Australian team.
The big dance.
Yeah, the big dance.
Here's a rocket.
Yes, Miguel Traved, the Spaniard, one of the few athletes who does both the C1 and the K1. The C1 is his preferred. He sort of does the K1, he says, as a bit of a warm-up. Which is nice, but today it's the C1, his chosen event. And he is having a real red-hot go at here, and we know how fast he is. He's put down some really fast runs this year.
Yeah, just Q-poled that gate there. But, you watch him paddle, and he's so light and strong. He just skips across the water. It's crazy.
Former junior world champion. He was second at the European Championships this year in Krakow, so he's had a reasonable year, but just not really carried on some of that great form into finals. He's qualified for a couple of finals, but not really just put down those runs.
That's true. Yeah, he has a lightning pace, and he's had some really fast sort of qualifications and semi-finals. We just haven't seen him do it a lot in the finals this year. But so far looking good. Up with the touch, Ross.
Yeah, no, it's so the time at the moment to beat is Rafael Valdi's 97.18. That's good. That's all right.
Put the nose under there, doing a bit of an endo, as they say in BMX.
Oh, look at that though. Look at that move there. He's making hard work for himself. But at this stage, with a 2-second penalty, he's still in touch.
Oh, very nice there.
Let's see the finish. I think he's going to go under the 100. Only 2 athletes so far have gone under the 100, and Trave is going to join them. He moves into second position.
Just knocks off Banush there.
Knocks off Banush, so Trave, he's pretty happy about that. He is into the final. He's looking pensive, isn't he?
He is looking very serious.
Oh, this is a man on a mission. Yuri Prishkovic. What more can we say about this man? K1 Olympic champion.
Yeah, started so strong this year in C1.
Yep.
Been a little bit up and down from there on with his form, but I'm sure he can throw something down here.
Yeah, people need to remember he's only just taken up C1. He took it up as a bit of a hobby. and quickly realised that he was actually pretty good at it.
He absolutely blew our minds at the start of the year at the first World Cup, when he took a medal in his first C1 World Cup.
I mean, honestly, we all could not believe what had happened there. And since then, well, yeah, his form has been he's been good without being outstanding.
Yeah,
by Yuri Priskovic's standards.
Yeah.
Because we just come to expect every time we see him on the water, we expect to see him do something pretty special. And he's putting together a good run here, though.
Yeah, and if the race is still on for him for the Olympics, he'll be looking to get that #1 spot today as far as the Czech paddlers.
So at the moment, it's still Rafael Valdi at the top of the leaderboard. Trave second. Ooh, Priskovic getting a mouthful of the French water there.
Trademark Priskovic just being millimetres from the poles.
Yep. For the split, though, he's down a little bit, but we can expect a big finish. Can we? Oh,
just getting stuck there in the wave. Oh, lost a little bit of time there. That's good, though.
That was very good. Probably the best we've seen so far today.
Yeah, and lefty here is good, a left-handed paddler.
Oh, just blowing a little bit deep, but I think he's going to go under the 100 again, so this is good. We're now seeing some quality athletes, some quality times coming through. Oh, just over the 100. A bit slow on that last sprint. So moves himself into 4th position.
Made some time on the bottom there, though. 2.9 from, I think he was about 4 point something, so strong finish.
All right, now the Slovakian battle. The next chapter is about to unfold, because here is Marko Mrgorozzi.
Yeah, I think it's fairly safe to say Banush will be in the final, so this man needs to be in that final to keep the race alive.
Yep, and then it will come down to a race within a race, perhaps in the final, because I think Mrgorozzi got the better of him in the first selection race, and I think then Banush got the better of him in the second. So
yeah, correct, yes.
So it really might come down to this race today, who has the better finish. But Mrgorozzi, first of all, has to put down a time here to get himself into the final. We are now coming up to the halfway stage, Brodie Crawford. We're 12 of 24, so we'll start to see
qualifications coming through,
which will be exciting.
Oh, I was about to say he's putting together a very nice smooth run, but just taking a little nose touch on the upstream 10 there. He has the time to play with, just needs to have a solid finish here on the bottom section.
All the Slovakians, they're all so tall, aren't they? All 3 of them.
Yeah, they are.
Banush, Mrgorozzi and Slavkovsky. It's like they could be part of a starting 5 for any basketball team in the world.
Yeah, it is kind of odd in this sport, because you see a lot more sort of shorter people than taller. So, but yeah, full team, and they're all very good.
Yep.
Doing it for the tall guys.
Yep.
Oh, that was nice, Ross. Very nice and high into 20.
His time's going to be very good. We're going to have a time just under 100, are we? Yes, we are. Moves into 4th. Ooh. Just behind Banush. What a competition. What a competition that is unfolding for the Slovaks.
Yeah, I wonder how that will fare. I think it'll be okay, but it could be bubble, as we say, around that 12th and last qualifying area.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So now we have the first of our poles. Gregor Hedwig is on the course. we are going to start seeing now, because it's 12 into the final, we will start seeing people go through. He's a two-time Olympian already, Hedwig, and a junior world champion from way back, Brody, in 2006.
Yeah.
Junior world champion.
Wow. Coming close to 2 decades up there,
Yep.
the international circuit.
Yep.
It's impressive.
And still capable on his day of putting down a pretty decent run. So,
yeah, for sure.
A little bit of trouble there for him, though, the big pole.
No, he's no stranger to finals, Hedwig. We see him in a few, and yeah, he can lay down some serious speed on his day. So looking so good so far. A little down. I'm not sure about the touch on one, but wait to see what the judges have to say about that.
So they are reviewing it, as they do for any of the touches here and any of the 50-second penalties. They will go back and make sure that the judges pick. Oh, there's definitely a touch there though at 8-12. Just brushed it with his back.
Yeah. Oh, and another one.
13.
Hard to say, he's still very well in touch, but those 2 touches are going to hurt that split.
Yep. 4 seconds is hard to make up for Hedwig. But at the bottom of the course, you can, if you want to take the risk. There's some moves, as Brody has said, there's some moves you can do here. This one, for example, that you can really, if you nail it, you can pick up some time. But
this last move for sure, and that's pretty good.
Gate 1 has been confirmed now as well, Brody. So that's 6 seconds in penalties. That's too much.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Gregor Hedwig, his day is over. But what it means is that Raffi Avaldi from Italy is our first man into the final.
Ooh, he'll be stoked on that. He saw that big celebration. He's raring to go.
He's ready to lay down a big one.
Oh, listen to that crowd, Ross. He comes. Lucas Rosen, an ex-Frenchman.
The French speed machine, Lucas Rosen, sitting currently 8th overall in the overall World Cup standings. But I'm sure that's not at the forefront of his mind today, because this is the last selection opportunity for the French team.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, and there's a touch. Was there a touch through there, or did my eyes deceive me? I don't
think I saw it, but
okay, maybe my eyes deceive me. It's not unusual when you get to my age, as Tom Jones once said. Lucas Rosen, though, so he's had a pretty good season.
He's gone the direct there too, Ross. And that is, I'd say very nice.
Commentator's curse kicks in there. So Royzen hoping to get under, because it's Mikel Trave sitting in second position at the moment with a 97.91. The fastest raw time on the course is held by Trave. It was a 95.91. So really, I think anything under 100 will put you in the mix at this stage, Brody. If you go over the 100, then you might as well pack up.
Yeah, I think that's bang on, Ross, around the 100 mark. A low 100, I think, will be the bubble for the final. He's in touch here though, 2.6. Just needs a good finish.
Oh, another touch though on gate 15. So 4 seconds in penalties now for the Frenchman. Can he make that time up here? And another touch. That's 3 touches. That is going to make life difficult for Royzen. And
that's nice though.
That was very nice. No, but his time's not going to be good enough. He's gone over the 100, and I think that's, even though the crowd, you can hear them. I hope you can hear them through the effects mic. They were getting right behind him, but not much they could do to help him there. With 3 gate touches, you've sort of cruelled your own chances there, but it means Mikel Trave has joined Raffi Avaldi in the final this afternoon. Just
that 17-18
vest. Yeah.
People are struggling, aren't they?
Yep.
Tired arms, just a real tricky move there at the bottom of the course.
Luka Bozic, what a couple of weeks he's had. He's become a father for the first time on the eve of the World Championships. And desperate now, he's sitting in second place overall on the World Cup standings. He's had a pretty good year, but we know, don't we, Brody, that the competition between himself and Benjamin Savsek for the Olympic ticket. I mean, fancy having.
I think, Bozic has it the hardest at the moment, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Especially, I mean, Savsek is the reigning Olympic and world champion, so if you want to knock him off to get to the Olympics, good luck. But fancy having in your team 2 paddlers of the quality of Bozic and Savsek.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. They've been on top for a while. It's Bib 2, so world rank 2.
Yeah.
Savsek world rank 1. That's just nuts.
For a country the size of Slovenia, just a tiny little country, but gee, they punch above their weight for
They do.
For paddling.
But that's the cruelty of the Olympics. Only one paddler can go. This man may very well never see the Olympics because of the quality of his teammates.
Yep. I mean, there is an opportunity, although he doesn't do the kayak cross, I don't think, Luca, but maybe he should turn his mind to it, because he could go to Prague next year and maybe get a quota in the kayak cross if he wanted to get to the Olympics. But
get that training happening, Luca.
Yep. Indeed, just go out and start smashing a few things. So this is going to be a good time for Luka Bozic. He moves into second and straight into the final.
Very nice.
Luka Bozic, and Matej Banu still sits there waiting, chewing the old fingernails.
Yep. And then it'll be his teammate next.
Yes. Sidiris Tassiadis. If you want to rely on somebody stuffing up, you wouldn't want to rely on Sidiris, because he's a very consistent paddler, isn't he?
He is, yeah. He'll be disappointed with London, though. I think a lot of people had him as a hot tip for the win. Just didn't quite find his rhythm in the final there, so he'll be ready to get some revenge on this course.
Sidiris Tassiadis from Germany. It's 2022 world champion. He's an Olympic silver medalist, an Olympic bronze medalist. Just the two big kahunas have been denied him, the world champion, and wow, that was very tough. Oh, and they put a 52nd on. Have they?
They have. Being reviewed, it was very close.
Yeah, wow.
I think you definitely need some more angles of that one.
Okay, well, we'll have a look at it. We'll go back and review it. But Tassiadis, this could be a big breaking story here in the men's canoe. If Sidiris Tassiadis has a 50, that will really throw the cat amongst the pigeons. Again, I don't know what the current state of play is for the German team with selection. Franz Anton still to come on the course.
Yeah, goodness me.
And I would imagine it's a pretty tight battle between those two. So, and there's a touch. Another one.
I think he's got that one for sure.
They're still reviewing gate 8, but Brodie Crawford, who has eyes like a meerkat, he called it early.
Did I? No,
I think you said it was a 50.
I'm unsure.
Are you unsure now?
Yeah, okay. I want to see another angle. You couldn't tell the depth.
Let's have a look. He's shaking his head. So he obviously doesn't think. I'm not seeing too many athletes. Here we go. Oh, good luck with that one, judges.
Oh, here we go.
This will be the angle.
Oh yeah, that's not looking good.
I don't think that's good.
Need to see the side view, judges.
Oh my goodness, the judges are really going to. This is a do or die call for them. For Tassiadis, is that a 50? Jules Bernadette now is on the course, the next of the Frenchmen. And listen to the crowd getting on board, the under-23 world champion.
Crowd's going off. I hear he loves this course, Jules. He's very quick here, as I'm told from the other French paddlers. So
let's see if he still loves it in about 40 seconds from now, because he really needs to lay down a good time here. Let me have a look. Tassiadis, that 50 has been confirmed.
Wow.
So, Sidiris, there's your breaking news, folks, from Vaires Sur Marne, that Sidiris Tassiadis is out of the final. That is your breaking news story coming to you from Paris.
Wild scenes, Ross.
Matej Banu is into the final, which means that Alexander Slavkovsky's Olympic dream, I believe, would be over. No, but that's not for me to. I'm not on the Slovakian selection panel.
Big calls.
It is a big call. It's all happening. I don't know which way to look, Brodie.
Yeah, well, if you look at Jules, he's flying at the moment. He's putting down a ripper of a run. Oh, commentator's curse coming in.
Oh no, he got there, but 6 seconds down now, Brodie.
Jeez, he was looking so good.
You've got the curse today.
I do.
Friend, you are.
I'm on fire, aren't I?
You are on fire. A few of the paddlers are just sending me text messages saying, can you get Brodie out of the commentary box, please?
But you normally get those text messages?
No, everyone loves the Brodie Crawford effect. Nah.
Oh, he'll be absolutely kicking himself.
Well, two of the Slovaks are through. Banush and Mirgorodsky.
Wow.
The Olympic battle continues. Now, Franz Anton. I'm sure he must be aware that Sidiris Tassiadis is out of the final. Where does that leave? I don't know what that means for German qualification. I wish I did know.
Yeah, same. But
because
yeah, who knows?
Is Franz Anton's chance of getting to a first Olympics on the screen right now, folks? Are we writing a bit of Franz Anton history? One of the nicest men in the business, by the way, and it would be wonderful if he can do it, but I don't know what the state of play is. I'd hate to think. Ooh. I mean, Anton is a former world champion as well, of course.
Yep. Rio was, I think.
In Rio, yeah, indeed.
This is a nice... Oh, I didn't see the touch on 7. Must have been small, but a nice run coming together nonetheless.
Yep, so the man on the bubble at the moment is Yuri Prishkovich, believe it or not. He's the man waiting to see if he's going to be in the final. Franz Anton. Yuri Prishkovich's time, by the way, is right on 100. So I said that you'd need to go under 100 to get into the final. I'm about to be proven to be a liar. And
yeah, I think Yuri should be pretty safe at this stage. Oof, tight.
Tight but fast.
Yeah, it was fast.
Now, here's the move. Oh. Here's the move. What's he going to do? That's a good recovery.
Oh, very good. Clipped the bollard there with the tail of the boat, but didn't worry him.
Nope, didn't worry him. Worried his boat a little bit. Oh, that's all right as well for Franz Anton. This is going to be a good time. I think he's going to go under 100.
Come on, got to push.
He's going to go into the final. Now, let's watch his reaction. What will this mean for Franz Anton? Let's have a look.
Cool as a cucumber.
Cool, yeah. He's a police officer, isn't he?
I can see that. Yeah. All right.
Attention in the German team. Oh, now Liam Jagu. What can we say about poor Liam?
Well, this is the one I think I got wrong, Ross.
Oh.
Yeah. This.
Because you called.
Yeah, I think I'm wrong, but I don't know. I'm scared to talk about it.
You called in Lee Valley that it was actually selection on that day.
Well, that's what I thought I had the correct information from the Irish, but...
So Liam Jagu's Olympic dream is still alive?
I think so. I think so.
Well, yes.
I'm 90% sure it is.
Okay.
Yep.
Will he be happy about that then?
And I believe it will be...
Thank goodness you're telling me now, because I walked past him the other day and I almost said commiserations. So,
mate.
So I'm glad I did it.
This is the one I've been feeling bad about, but it's not all my fault.
Has he had a word to you? Did he ever?
No, he's still smiling, so that's good.
Yeah. Have you spoken to him since Lee Valley, or has he been avoiding you like the plague because you wrote him off?
I haven't spoken about that particular thing.
Right.
But I think it's coming. They're going to race in Australia for the spot, I believe.
Are they?
Yes.
The home of canoe slalom.
Oh, yeah.
Good work. That was exciting.
Looking good so far.
It's been a good run. He was...
Yeah.
Oh, his second run. Oh,
my.
I'm not sure about that one. Oh, Liam, what are you doing, bro? Yeah, they've given him a 50 on gate 12. 50 on gate 12.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Going for it there.
Now he's hitting the gates. This is. Oh my! No, that's a 50.
Ooh.
I reckon that's a 50. I reckon that's a deliberate move.
It was, but will they see it? Yes.
Yeah. So just for you people watching at home, if it is determined that an athlete deliberately moves the gates with their hand or their paddle to get through, then it would be called a 50. So and there's another touch there. This is falling apart. Unfortunately for Liam Jagu. I reckon there's a couple of gates there they'll have a close look at, Brody.
He'll be spewing. But we'll see you in Australia, in Penrith.
Yeah,
stay tuned.
And guess what?
Looking forward to it.
Here we go. Ooh,
this one here.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's a tough move, that.
But the one up here where he uses his paddle to move the gate.
Oh, yeah. That's, I think he knew. I think he probably knew he was in trouble there.
But I'll tell you what that means. Yuri Prishkovich is in the final.
Whoa, good to see. It's exciting. A couple of checks so far through.
Well, one, Lucas Rohan.
Oh, he's next.
He's next. He's sitting on the bubble at the moment.
Wow. All to play for.
Isn't it? It's going to come down. There's going to be so many subplots in the final today. And I was going to ask Brody to go out and get some facts and figures about what's at stake qualification, but I think we'll just keep our heads down and just call it straight. We'll just call it straight.
Yeah, I think it's the safest play. I've learnt my lesson from London.
So Timo Trummer now, all of a sudden, for Germany, with Sidiris Tassiadis out of the final, Franz Anton is through. Can Trummer get through into the final and put down a bit of pressure on his German teammate?
Yeah, it's quite an opportunity. See what he can do. He's definitely got some good pace. I've seen him lay down some good runs in his time. And he's always improving. Every year he seems to be that little bit better. So
the paddler he is looking to punt out of the final is Lucas Rowan. It's a 101.24 is Rowan's time. And so the fastest time on the course is the 97.18. So he's got about 4 seconds to play with, Brody. He can be within 4 seconds of the split, basically.
Yeah, so he's well within that at the moment. Just got to finish.
Oh, no. He's lost some time there, though.
Yeah. It's going to be very close.
It's going to be very close. I think he's going to be just under, maybe. Yes, he has. He likes that a lot.
Oof, qualified. Splits the checks.
He likes that a lot. Timo Trummer into the final. Lucas Rowan still waits on. Is his Olympic dream sitting on the water right now? Because Nicola Guestin, he is one man you would not want to
bet against here.
He's a silver medalist in the World Championship. He loves this course. Listen to the crowd.
Yeah, I watched his run from the bank yesterday. Man, it looked so nice and smooth and controlled.
Commentators curse again. Brody Crawford
on fire.
Just.
I don't think it's going to matter though. I think he can probably absorb a touch or maybe two even in this run. He's going to have speed.
Yep. So the course designers have not done the French any favours, that's for sure. They're all struggling a little bit with it, but Guestin is so fast. And once he gets a line going, look at the crowd in the background, folks. That's what it's all about here today. They are loving it. The French course announcer, he's almost beside himself. He's nearly fallen out of his commentary box. He's too excited for words.
Let's watch this tricky move. Oh, making it look easy, Ross.
Yeah, that's very smooth. What's he going to do here? Still in control. Let's have a look. We'll get a split time in just a moment. Find out how he's tracking. He's going to be right thereabouts. He's got about 4 seconds to play with, so he's okay.
Yeah. Got to keep it. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's very good. Last move.
Nicola Guestin, what's happening here? Oh, no. Yes, all right. That was all right. Yeah. He's got to go under 100, folks. Under 100, he'll be into the final. He's going to do it. He'll be fine. Nicola Guestin is into the final.
The fourth.
Yeah. Trying to be cool there. Just trying to keep a lid on things.
Yeah.
But
he's got plenty more in the tank from that run.
Yep. The kids are most of them pretty happy. Some of them look like they might be wondering when they're going to go back to school. But most of them look pretty happy. They're pretty excited to see Nicola Guestin in the final. All right. Alexander Slavkovsky. Is this his finale? Is this his farewell, folks, to canoe slalom?
Wow,
I hate to say it because I hate to say it because I have a heavy heart. I'm very fond of Alexander Slavkovsky, but folks, this could be his last run in international canoe slalom. I hope not, but what a great career it's been.
I don't know. I'd like to know the stats. I don't know if anyone's won more World Cup medals than Alexander Slavkovsky's. Got a lot.
Yeah. But at the moment, his two Slovak teammates are into the final already, so I don't think even if he gets into the final and wins the gold medal, I don't know whether that would give him any prospect at all of getting onto the Olympic team. But let's just hope that he can get through into the final here, Alexander Slavkovsky. His second run yesterday was really good. And at this stage, he's in touch.
Yeah, looking good. Very nice through that spin move and tricky stagger.
Yep. 40 years of age now, Alexander Slavkovsky. So it's such a brilliant career, but never been to an Olympic. Oh, and there's a touch. Unfortunately, a couple of touches there in a row. Oh, no. So that's going to make life difficult, unfortunately, for the big man.
He's going to have to absolutely nail this bottom move.
He hasn't.
It's gone a little low.
Yeah.
It's probably going over 100 here.
Yep. He's going to be close. I don't think he's going to get through, is he? No, he's going to be outside. Into 10th. It's going to be...
He's in.
He is in.
Wow.
Whee! Alexander Slavkovsky, we get to see him. We get to see him again in the final.
got it done. Made hard work of it in the last few gates, but
yeah. So Lucas Rowan has been shunted down the leaderboard here.
look at that, like 800ths.
What a nervous wait for Lucas Rowan from the Olympic silver medalist. Is he going to make the final? Is his Olympic dream about to be quashed?
Yeah, some big hitters to come. We've got Adam Burgess and then Benny Savsek, and I think that's it. So
Adam Burgess is saying he loves this course. He loves it even more than Lee Valley.
whoa, that's a big call.
Isn't it a big call? And look at that. It's right on the money here for Adam Burgess. He strongly believes that he should be going to Paris next year. His overall consistency, he believes, should be enough to get him onto the team. But of course, he's up against a man who, Ryan Wesley, who is the European champion. So
yeah, I think this final would probably help cement that argument for him.
Yep. If he can get into the top 12 here and get into a final, I think that would almost get his foot onto the train or the plane. I don't know how the Brits would get here, whether they'd come by train or by plane next year. Interesting to see. Just another fascinating side story, but that's not fascinating at all to be true. But good time here though, nice and clean.
Yeah,
We haven't had many clean runs, have we?
No.
A lot of mistakes.
He's made that stagger look very easy, which a lot of paddlers have struggled with. That's nice through there as well. 2 crucial moves to come, which we've seen a lot of time lost so far in this semi-final. That's good though.
Very good.
+4. Geez, he's just outside at the moment, Ross.
Right, okay. He really needs to pick it up here. Big finish here for Adam Burgess. Then one more gate. He's got to go under the 100. I think he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Adam Burgess will get through into the final. Yes, he does.
Oof, well done.
Oh, Lucas Rowan gets pushed down again. He has one more. He's got to rely on Benny Savsek to make a dog's breakfast of this run.
Oof. Reigning Olympic and world champion to bomb out. Ooh, I don't like his chances, but you never know.
Oh, my head's spinning. I don't know where to look. I don't know what to do. There's so many subplots here with team selection, Olympic selections. I just can't make head nor tail of it. But let's just enjoy the paddling. Let's just enjoy watching an Olympic and world champion. God, he was good in Lee Valley, wasn't he, Brody?
Yeah.
As a C1 paddler yourself, you must have enjoyed the artistry of his work.
Yeah, you do. That was so tight.
Look at his time.
He's so good to watch. Absolute master at work.
Yep. He really, really is. And just coming together nicely. He's a late mature, I suppose, for the sport, but in recent years he's just really got that consistency going, and every time he gets on the water now, you know he's going to put down a good run. He is currently sitting 3rd overall, so at this stage Luka Bozic and Matej Banush are both into the final, so the race for World Cup glory will be wide open.
Yeah, and it's double points.
It is double points.
Yeah, so it's all to play for, almost within the top sort of 10.
Yep.
Could take it, because this is worth double points. Yeah.
So it's 120 points, I think, for a win.
Yes. Yeah.
So a couple of reviews going on here for Benny Savsek, but have a look at his time, folks. He's going to be well under the 100 mark.
Oh, that was good, Ross.
Yep.
He's killing it at the moment.
This is why this man is Olympic and world champion. He's going to go into the lead. Yes, he does. Yeah. Thank you very much. By over a second. Benny Savsek. You know, sometimes you just got to sit back. It's like going to the Louvre, Brody, which I'm sure you'll be doing while you're in Paris, and sitting back and admiring some, maybe not the Mona Lisa, you know, that's in the eye of the beholder, but there's plenty of other artwork there. You could sit back and just enjoy the fine brush strokes. And you do that when you're watching Benny Savsek. You sit back and you watch an artist at work, and it is a sight to behold. He goes into the lead. He is through. So he has an asterisk next to his name, but even with a 2-second penalty, he will be fine. I can tell you the 2 athletes, the 3 athletes, the 4. Well, let's have a look at who's made it first of all into the final, and then we'll list off the athletes who didn't make it. So Benjamin Savsek is through from Slovenia. Rafi Evaldi from Italy. Luka Bozic from Slovenia. Mikel Trave from Spain. Nicola Gestin from France. Matej Banush from Slovakia. Franz Anton from Germany. Marko Mokarotsky from Slovakia. Adam Burgess from Great Britain. Yuri Priskovic, the sole Czech paddler in the final. Timo Trummer from Germany. And Alexander Slavkovsky, the veteran, sneaks into the final. Those who miss out: the Olympic silver medalist Lucas Rowan from the Czech Republic, Jules Bernadette from France, Vaclav Chalupka from the Czech Republic, Lucas Roizen from France, Ryan Wesley from Great Britain, and a few others as well. But what do you think, Brodie Crawford?
Yes, some big names missing, especially, crazy to see those two Frenchmen not in the final. I thought they would clean up here at home.
Yep.
They've been training pretty hard on this course, and it's a new course, so, but yeah, I mean, still all big hitters in there, though. You got Benny up there, number 1, Slovaks.
Yep.
Yeah, it's cool to see Yuri in there again. See what he can do. I'm sure he'll throw it down.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do now, folks, for you at home. I'm going to go and try and do some research. It's a novel approach. It's something new I'm going to try. But you never know. This might pay off. See if I can find out some more details, Brodie, so we can get some facts into the system.
Yeah.
About qualifying. I mean, the thing is,
serious fact-checking, Ross.
In defence for Brodie and myself, every team has a different qualification process. So to get your head around all of them and to know where they are at this stage, and even if this is the last opportunity or if there are more races to come, it's a bit tough. But we'll try and find out as much as we can. I'm really interested to know what the state of play is with the Czechs, obviously. With the Germans, I'll be fascinated to know what happens there. With the French even, is Nicolas Guestin now guaranteed of a place in the Olympics next year?
I think it's just about.
You'd have to think so.
Yeah, just you can't put a nail in the coffin, but I think it's just about done for him. I think he's got it sealed up.
Again, though, this is just pure speculation on the behalf of Brodie and myself. There we go, the confirmation there. Of course, the top 12 into the final, Slavkovsky sneaking in there in 12th position. I mean, if he wins the gold, does that mean that he has a chance still?
Who knows? Wouldn't hurt, would it?
Wouldn't hurt. It would be great to see it thrown wide open like that. Look at that name down there, Tassiadis, missing out. Chechon, the silver medalist, the bronze medalist in the World Championships, missing out. Some big names missing out. But we are going to take a bit of a break now, because we are about to get prepared for the women's K1 and the men's C1 final. There's going to be some crackerjack racing. Brodie, you'll be back with us for the finals.
Can't wait. Let's do it.
I hope you can join us as well, wherever you're watching around the world. It's been our pleasure to bring you this morning's semi-finals. My name's Ross Solly. Bye for now.
En kayak slalom, quelle est la pénalité de temps quand une porte est ouverte par un compétiteur?